One of the questions that comes up when planning a move to Panama is, will I still be able to have access to my favorite things? It is possible to ship items to Panama, but the cost of shipping from the United States, for example, is about $2 to $4 a pound, and it takes about 1 to 2 weeks to arrive. There is also an option of moving your stuff in a shipping container. But to keep costs down, it is beneficial to become familiar with the stores nearby. David is the second largest city in Panama. If you live in Boquete, Volcan, Las Lajas, or anywhere in between, you will want to get to know David well. In this introductory video to shopping in David, we will focus on 3 shopping centers: Federal Mall, Toronto Shopping Center, and City Mall. Our first stop is the Federal Mall. There is ample parking and you can do all of your shopping while mostly avoiding the city traffic, because this mall is located on the northern edge of David. New stores are constantly opening up and there is still a lot of room to expand. Inside this modern mall has spacious open areas with several large department-type stores. There is a cinema, a hair salon, and a few specialty stores. Parking is great, but the facility is somewhat difficult for anyone with mobility issues. The area from the parking lot to most of the inside stores is quite long. However, if you are looking for a large, air-conditioned area to do some walking, this could be the place for you. The food court is beginning to take shape. McDonald's has just opened, and there's a cookie jar store that has ice cream and cookies. It also looks like Domino's is on its way. There are free clean bathrooms. You can enjoy a massage chair. There's a nice area for kids with a carousel, a moon bounce, and a large inflatable slide. There are still a large number of store spaces yet to be filled. Stevens might be the best department store in this mall. It can be compared to Macy's in the United States. They sell just about everything that you would find in top-end department stores. Items are on the higher price range to reflect the quality. The store is made up of 3 levels that you can access with an escalator or an elevator. There's a large selection of clothes. A strong selection of furniture like couches, tables, and beds. There are various baby accessories like strollers and a large toy section. There's a cosmetics department and a nice home accessories section. Before you leave, don't forget to try out the walking piano on the 3rd floor. On the other end of the spectrum, there is El Costco, which is more like a Kmart department store. Great range of items at comparatively low prices. Clothing is not top brands, but affordable. It is a popular store because the prices are low. Titan is a step above El Costco, but a few notches below Stevens. There is, however, a section with various large appliances like fridges, air conditioners, stoves, and other electronics. You can also find clothes here, some furniture, and home accessories. This Orocha is the second one in David. This is a very nice store, but is not as large as the one in the next shopping area we will visit. It is a beautiful high-end store. It includes a cosmetics department, a pharmacy, baby supplies, various self-care items, an electronics section where you can get a ton of phone accessories, and a nice home supplies area. El Fuerte is a large grocery store. There are some American imported foods, but not as many as Ray, a grocery store in the next shopping area. Great selection of Panamanian foods and lower prices. On the floor above El Fuerte is La Onda, which is primarily a clothing store, but there is also a toy section. There's also a fast food restaurant in the corner of this store. One more floor up is Hogar, a cheaper store where you can primarily find furniture and large appliances. Last stop before we leave this mall is the movie theater. By looking at the posters, you can see which movies are available in English with Spanish subtitles and which movies are only available with a Spanish dub. Comment below to let us know what items you are hoping to find in Panama. This next shopping center is only 1 mile away from the Federal Mall, but right away you can see how much busier this area is. It is right off the Pan American Highway and it can get very busy. In fact, sometimes you will see police helping direct traffic in the parking lot. There is even underground parking located under Orocha. There are more stores here than we could possibly discuss, but we can cover some favorites. First is the large grocery store Ray. You can hear more about it in our video called Grocery Shopping in Panama. But this store has a great selection and many imported goods. DeWitt Center is a very helpful store. Everything it has can probably be found elsewhere in David, but Do It Center can save a lot of running around. It has everything from tools to gardening supplies, building materials, doors, floors, tiles, and fencing, large appliances, TVs, and kitchen appliances, storage and organization, some furniture both indoor and outdoor, a fairly large paint department. This store is comparable to a Home Depot or Lowe's in the United States. Panafoto is comparable to a Best Buy. You have a large selection of TVs, air conditioners, refrigerators, stoves, fans, vacuum cleaners, computers, laptops, and smartphones. They also have some fancy gadgets like drones and high-end cameras. And don't forget to buy an uninterruptible power supply device to protect your most cherished electronics. This is a good time to note that warranty works different in Panama. You may buy a product and read the manual and see it has a 10-year warranty, but in the fine print, it will let you know that only applies when the product is sold in the US or in Canada. So each store in Panama will have its own policy. Panafoto offers a 1-year warranty, whereas Pricesmart, for example, only offers 30 days. So when shopping around for the best prices, keep warranty policies in mind and ask around to see if a store is good about actually providing repairs. Wong is a great place to shop for party supplies to celebrate your new life in Panama. Lumi Centro is a giant store to satisfy all of your lighting needs, with all kinds of lamps and chandeliers, but you can also shop for air conditioners and blinds here. You may recognize the O in Conway as the Target symbol, and indeed, they are somewhat related. Conway's products are not as broad, but you can find great bargains in the clothing section. But it is the homewares section on its third floor that has many singing Conway's praises. You can decorate and outfit your entire living space by staying in this store. Multimax is an electronics store, and you won't find anything here that you won't find in Panafoto, but it may be worth to come here to compare prices and warranties, as warranty differs by item type in Multimax. And now here we are as promised in the larger of the two Orochas in David. The pharmacy section here is noticeably bigger, and the third floor has good selection of furniture, particularly items that can help you organize your home. And now we are off to City Mall. It is just about 4 miles down the Pan American Highway and should take about 10 minutes. But if you go at the wrong time of the day, it might take about half an hour. A good rule of thumb is to leave David by 3 p.m. if possible in order to avoid the worst traffic it has to offer. City Mall has ample parking. If you are looking to become a permanent resident in Panama, you will be very familiar with the Immigration office in the back of City Mall and possibly the driver license center right next to it. Panama Relocation Tour's online guide has all the information you will need in order to get a permanent visa. There is a Super Baru grocery store and a movie theater in separate buildings. There is also a food court. Inside the mall, there are a handful of stores, but the main attraction is City Mall itself. Turns out City Mall is an enormous 3-level store with a selection so large it is in fact fair for one store to call itself a mall. The first floor has groceries, deli, pharmacy, kitchen and housewares, shoes and handbags, makeup, hair and body products, and linens. Second floor is clothing. The third floor carries furniture, hardware, appliances, camping, school and office supplies. There are stairs, escalators, and an elevator to move between floors. This is perhaps the most complete one-stop shopping store in David. It has almost everything. Because the store has such a large selection and great prices, it can be extremely crowded and you can get stuck in some very long checkout lines. So do yourself a favor and go in the morning. This wraps up our shopping tour in David. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button.